This is the only place that crossed the highway.
This small peninsula on the shore of Lake Granby,
It's overwhelming.
has been Paul Hedgecock's family home for decades.
Yeah, this was our little tackle shop and store where everybody came to rent boats.
The Highland Marina decimated by the East Troublesome Fire.
It just jumped around. It's like a tornado or something. We got out of here with our fifth wheels, so we've got roofs over our head, but that's all we got left. 3 t-shirts and a pair of jeans.
We walked through the grounds,
This is the first day I've driven up to see it. Yeah, that was my work boat.
assessing the damage.
Looks like a war scene, doesn't it? That was my house, and that was my daughter's house.
He counts 45 structures burned.
And then all of my tenants here that had RVs and mobile homes and stuff, theirs all burnt to the ground.
Including dozens of boats.
It was a beautiful boat. 3 pontoons worth of aluminum right there.
And many of their possessions,
My Subaru looks really sad.
a complete loss.
It's just stuff. We can get more stuff.
But Hedgecock always looking at the bright side.
Snowmobiles made it. At least we got something to play on this winter.
And believe it or not, they'll be able to have boats here in the spring.
We still have docks and we can still house people. We just got a lot of cleaning up to do.
As his family looks forward to rebuilding,
It'll be different. There won't be any trees, but that'll make the view better from the top of the hill.
this slice of paradise.
But look at that view.
Yeah.
Makes it all good.
This is obviously going to be a colossal rebuild for this family, but they tell me they're already overwhelmed with community support. If you'd like to help, we have a link to donate on our website, kdvr.com. In Grand County, Alex Rose, Fox 31.
Well, not good, you know. I've been answering that honestly. It's like people ask, are you okay? We're not.
John Castillo vividly remembers their last family meal.
He was anxious to get out and drive his Jeep and show his friends.
The tires his son Kendrick just put on his Jeep.
And I watched him drive away because I wanted to see the tires. He raced off in his Jeep and I watched the Jeep make the corner at the end of the block. Whew. Little did I know that that would be the last time I ever saw him.
It's been a whole year since Kendrick Castillo tackled a gunman, sacrificing himself to protect his classmates at the STEM school in Highlands Ranch.
There's no fixing it. Wish there was. It's like cancer. There's no cure. You know, you just have to be in the present.
A lot has changed in the last year.
He would be dreaming up ideas on how to solve the problem at hand.
As friends and family gathered to cherish a hero's memory.
What was taken from us is undescribable.
But despite the darkness of that day a year ago,
They went in there to murder. They locked the doors. They had enough ammunition and guns. I've seen them.
there is light,
We are our support system.
hope that what Kendrick stood for goes beyond.
I could shut the door and wallow in my sorrow and shut the world out, or I can shout from the mountaintops. And I choose to shout from the mountaintops and maybe help another family along the way.
The pandemic has already had an impact on this case. All new at 10, I speak to Kendrick's father and the district attorney about how the coronavirus could affect what goes on in the courtroom. In Denver, Alex Rose, Fox 31.
I'm standing right here on one of the on-ramps to I-70, Kagan. You can see the first responders just behind me, but take a look over my shoulder here. You can see some of the debris cleanup that's been going on as a result of this crash. Just a bunch of smoke piling up from the remnants of that. But over around this way, there are still some of the cars that were involved in all this and some of the people who were involved in this crash. I spoke moments ago to a truck driver who actually was impacted and involved in this crash. He says that that semi-truck came barreling down, and right behind him, take a listen to how he described the impact.
As soon as he hit my truck, I guess he brought the flames with him, and my cabin got smashed.
Right now, take a look at your screen. This is still an active scene tonight. Several people recovering after a semi slammed into 6 other vehicles and then into a liquor store.
It all happened earlier today off I-25 and Founders in Castle Rock. It was Bubbles liquor store, if you do know the area. Alex Rose on it tonight. Alex, still a lot going on out there.
Absolutely still a very active scene, Aristea. You can just imagine how terrifying it was for families who were sitting at a red light at this intersection, looked at their rearview mirror to see a truck barreling towards them. State Patrol says the truck actually plowed through 6 cars, carrying 2 of them down this embankment right here. You can still see the last car on the scene through the brush right there, that white car crumpled up, still cleaning up hours after this crash.
What the heck's going on?
A path of destruction.
Wow. This is so sad.
Leaving twisted metal, shards of glass, and people's belongings thrown across Meadows Parkway in Castle Rock.
Scary thought.
Colorado State Patrol says this semi barreled through 6 cars coming off I-25.
Never seen anything like it.
Carrying 2 cars down into this embankment, pinning them, crumpling up this car like a piece of paper.
I have no words. This is so bizarre.
Just blasted right through all the cars that were parked right there.
Matt Hayen had his whole family in this car. He says they were the first ones hit.
And I saw him coming down in my mirror, so I turned the opposite way.
Despite the damage, his wife and kids are all okay.
Some other people got roughed up a lot more than we did.
5 people, including the driver of this truck, are in the hospital. Only 1 has potential life-threatening injuries.
You know, that could have been someone I love, or even myself down there. It gives you a different perspective on life, really.
Colorado State Patrol not ruling anything out in its investigation into how this all happened.
The possibility of a medical episode, impairment, or mechanical failure, all of that will be part of our investigation. As of right now, we do not know why the crash occurred.
Now, the manager of the liquor store tells me there were no employees in the area when that truck came barreling down. You can see that shed there. It actually served as a bit of a buffer, so there was pretty much minimal damage to this liquor store. Of course, we're going to stay on top of this story. We're in contact with authorities, and we'll bring you any updates on injuries as soon as we get them. Reporting live in Castle Rock tonight, Alex Rose, Fox 31.